In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a digital whip pan right inside of Adobe After Effects. So let's get right into it. So once your footage is sitting in the timeline, we need to stagger the start time of all of these clips. So don't bother moving the first clip, you want to keep that at the very beginning of the timeline. But you want to go up to the second video clip and you want to drag this maybe 1 second or 2 seconds to the right. And then you want to drag the third clip maybe 4 seconds over to the right. And from here we need to create a brand new null object. So we'll go up to Layer, New, Null Object. And once you've created that null object, you want to select all of your video clips. You want to select the Pick Whip tool and you want to drag this and drop this on top of null 1. Now anytime you want to move these clips, you do so by moving the null object. So from here you want to drag your cursor over towards the very beginning of the second video clip and you want to pull this over to the left maybe 4 or 5 keyframes. Now load up position by pressing P on the null object and create a brand new keyframe on position. Turn off the second and the third video clip so you only want to see the bottom video clip. And then you want to pull this clip all the way over to the left. So you want to make sure this is completely off screen. Now from here you want to turn on the second video clip. So you want to press the eyeball, and as you can see the video is on the left of the screen because we dragged them all over on the null object. So you want to pull this over to the right, and you want to make sure that this video clip perfectly lines up with the composition. And when we play this back, we've got this really fast whip pan happening. But if it's a little bit too fast, then all you have to do is increase the gap between those keyframes. That first keyframe, the keyframe on the left in the null object, must perfectly line up with the clip on video layer 2. Now we'll do the same thing on the third video clip, so just before that comes in, we'll create a brand new keyframe on position. We'll pull video layer 3 up to that keyframe. We'll drag the cursor over maybe 6-7 keyframes, and we'll pull the position of this down. We'll make sure that's completely off screen. We'll select video layer 3. And as you can see, that's over to the left. So we'll pull this all the way back up to the composition, and like before, make sure this perfectly sits within the composition. And when we play this all back, we've got this really cool pan to the left and then down. But the problem is, because we haven't lined these clips up perfectly with one another, there's a little black line in between these clips. So just make sure the clips are slightly overlapping each other to remove this line. Now from here we want to activate the motion blur, so you want to select all of the videos in the timeline, select the motion blur button, and then you also want to make sure that the motion blur is activated in the composition by selecting this blue button here. So if it's blue, the motion blur would be on, and as you can see when we play this back, we've got this really awesome motion blur effect applied to our whip pan. But the problem is, doing this has meant that we can see our black line in between the clips now. So in order to do this, I'm just going to create a brand new solid. So we'll go up to Layer, New Solid, and we'll change the color of this to the color of the sky in the video. We'll cut the start of that clip by holding Command-Shift-D, and we'll cut the end of that clip once the transition has finished. And when we play this back, we whip to the left, we whip down, and there's no black line there. And there you go. That's how you do the digital whip pan effect right inside of Adobe After Effects. And there you go. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please do let me know in that comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe, check out the previous video, and I will see you tomorrow for another brand new video. Thank you for watching.